Hello, everybody, and welcome to the live 2018 broadcast. Last one of the year. I might be doing one more video after this, but this is the last live broadcast of 2018. That's right, it is the December 31st, and we are here looking at what has been the last year. It's been a lot. There has been a heck of a lot of things happening. So we're going to get jumping into this in a second here, but first, let me move this out of the way so it doesn't look like there's a big crappy thing going on here. Okay. Well, something didn't load and didn't like something, but it's working now. I don't know. Something, yeah. Anyways, folks, let's have a quick look back at what we've got going on. But first, I think we need a drink for this. So, what do we have going on here? Twin Seals glass. That was one of the good things about 2018 was getting this glass. Second thing we've got going on, since I do not have a dry December anymore, it is from Outcast Brewing. It is Make That a Double. It is their new one that they have out. So, I feel that a 7% alcohol is something that we're going to need to get things going. Hey, Brian, Happy New Year to you as well. Let's see if 2018 can rock a little bit better than 2019 can rock a little bit better than 2018. Haven't had a beer yet, can you tell? Oh, god damn. That is such an amazing smelling beer. Once again, Outcast makes a beautiful, beautiful beer. 7% is a good start. I've got a couple of 13s that I might be having tonight for New Year's Eve. I don't think I'll be recording those because I'll probably be plastered. So, 2018 has been quite a year. It has been absolutely up and down. It has been good, bad, and ugly. The start of 2018, I did not have a job. I was unemployed. And that was okay because I actually went and started my own business. I went and started a business that I'm still trying to run right now, but I didn't get a chance to work on it because of things that came up later in 2018. So I've been doing my own photography business plus social media, and I was actually getting myself lurking my work works for me. Sorry that you have to work on this lovely New Year's Eve. But yes, I have been working on that company that I've been doing. I actually had a great client that I was working with, and I was doing stuff for the Beer Vault, which was absolutely fantastic. I actually enjoyed doing their social media for them. I did that right up until May, where I finally got a big paying job working for a company that was doing, well, medical cannabis. And that place has been phenomenal. I've got to learn some great things from them. I got to learn how to properly load an Apple computer. I use their Apple servers, which is pretty simple. And also learn how to run Office 365 quite a bit better than I used to. I also got to learn a few things about the cannabis industry before they went actually legal in Canada, which was kind of nice to see. I got to make some great friends in there. I got to actually be who I wanted to be. I wanted to sort of set some tones and everything, which is great. It was actually perfectly awesome. I had my contract renewed once in August and went till the end of December, which is today. And from there, well, as of tomorrow, I am back on the unemployment line because they didn't want to renew my contract for a second time because they're going in a different direction, which is fine because I actually have a positive company that I get to have people coming back and having references for. So I got to learn something, and also I got to have a positive reference, which these guys really helped out with. Um, so that was kind of the good. I also got to hang out with quite a few people, new, old, and basically in between. Some old friends, some new friends. I in April went out to Penticton to do their festival and hang out there, and that was absolutely phenomenal. I want to do it again this year, but I don't think I can afford it. I would love to have the festival, and I'm actually going to be sending out a message to them to see if I can cover part of their media for them, because I really want to do that for them. They've got a little small like beer event that is amazing. They've got a lot of people that go there. It's quite small, it's quite unique. It's absolutely wonderful to see. So I would love to cover that again this year. Um, I was extremely hungover for one of those days too, but I got to hang out with people from the fermentation project. We all shared a room together, I guess a basement suite, and we all had a good time going to the festival. I also got to hang out with one of the other beer reviewers from Nanaimo, who's actually a home brewer as well, and he actually did some great things. Got to meet him and hang out with him. I also got to meet one of the biggest or bigger beer reviewers slash influencers in BC, the Craft Beer Tourist, and hang out with him. Really great guy. So awesome to get to know him. He came over and he shared some beers with us. We shared some beers with him, and we actually had a good time. It was actually quite nice to see everybody just hang out. Everyone did a video together, a nice big three-way collaboration video, four-way, I guess, because Colin was in there as well. And that was actually phenomenal. I really love doing that, and it was a lot of fun to just go back to BC and hang out for a bit. Um, so that was a lot of fun. May I didn't even do the beer fest here in Calgary because I was having my daughter's birthday, and I spent time with my family, and then I did a lot of other things as well. It was actually a nice time, and this beer's going down way too easily. For 7%, doesn't even taste like it. So let's see what else. June was a slower time. I wasn't doing as much videos because I was actually working full time, learning about stuff. July, pretty much the same, but August rolled around and I went and spent my 1 year anniversary with my wife at an Airbnb in Canmore, and that was a beautiful, amazing time. It's a great trip. There was some complications, but that's going to be in the bad. Uh, and let's see, September, quiet. October, Halloween. Did a few reviews. I've been getting some beers from BC, getting some beers from here, reviewing them. And then October, November, pretty much quiet. And December, I went out to visit my family and spend Christmas with my kids. Unfortunately, my wife couldn't come, but with my dad, my mom, my brother, and whoever else was there. I also went to one of the IHL games. Um, for those who don't know, it's the World Juniors, and it was an amazing time to see USA versus Slovakia, and it was actually a kind of a fun game. I saw one of my good friends out there. He was at the game as well, and that was about all who I saw for my friends out there. I didn't really get a chance to see a lot of people, uh, but that's okay. Um, oh, I also got a new furnace last month. You probably hear it in the background. It is a noisy motherfucker, but you know how it works. What else? Well, that's pretty much the good. Let's go with the bad now. So the bad, I didn't have a job. I was on unemployment. Um, I for the first 5 months of 2018. But as I said, the good part about it is it gave me time to work on this. It gave me time to work on a few things, including the booze reviews. Hey, Rod, Happy New Year to you as well, my friend. Hopefully 2019 is going to kick ass for you, my friend. And for everyone else who's watching, hopefully 2019 will kick ass for you guys too. So part of the bad was that in April, I twisted my ankle right before going out to the beer fest, and it was a very nasty twist. I think I either pulled a few muscles in my ankle, so as I was flying off, I was in a lot of pain. But I powered through it and made it through that beer fest with some great times. Um, May I had to slow down on this because I had a job. That was kind of bad, but I kept pushing through it. But June, it was one of those things. July, my dad's health started to deteriorate a little bit. He came out June. They came out and hung out with us for a bit, which is a great thing. In July, he had lost part of his vision, and then found out in August that he has terminal cancer, which could be part of the ugly and bad at the same point in time. Um, so basically, flying out in August to help my dad kind of sucked, but at the same point in time, it was good to see my family and to help him out after he had a tumor removed from his wonderful skull. Uh, so August, September, really nothing bad happened overall. Um, Hearing my dad having to go in for chemotherapy and finding out that it was terminal and radiation kind of sucked. But knowing that he has some great, I don't know, something in the way of lifelong things that he actually can prolong his life with all this stuff because he's got some powerful head shit or body shit. um, so October, nothing really bad with October. Got to spend time with my family. November, my 45th birthday rolled around, so that was kind of bad. Turning 45, I tell you, it's starts to hit you after a while. And December, going out to see my family was good, but for the reason it wasn't exactly that bad. It was tough on my girls. They had a tough time knowing that they're going out and possibly might not see my grandfather for at all afterwards. But it was a little rough for them, but being strong with them, it helped out. And yeah, it was an interesting Christmas. Um, but overall, it was okay, I guess. Seeing family fight kind of sucked, but you know, if you don't have a family that fights, then I really haven't seen anyone that doesn't fight. All family fights. It happens, no matter what day it is. So the ugly. Well, there was only really one big ugly thing, and that's my finding out my father will not be making it for long. And that was a tough thing to deal with. However, having you guys here, I've been trying to share this with you as part of a release for me in a way. I know a lot of people don't really understand why I'm doing it, but it helps me get through it myself while talking about it live. I know it's really strange, but it's a part of life. It's a shitty part of life because a lot of people out there have some horrible things. Uh, I guess there's other parts of the good that I have. Just looking back in my head here, helping out with Give a Mile, going to do their cask and helping out with that, as well as having a great contributor who actually threw in some money to get a prize. Well, I guess a gift pack back to give a mile to help them reach 50 flights in December. They actually reached 53 flights in December, and they're still going strong. Gonna do a couple more hopefully in the next. What is it? We got 10 hours left, 11 hours left until we're officially in 2019 here. And they've been doing wonderful things. Uh, I always love supporting Give a Mile, and people have already heard my spiel enough times. I know that that's something that I love doing. Um, the good also as well, meeting up with Category 12. Now, for the people who don't know, Category 12, they're one of their owners there. One of their owners' son is my old dentist's son. Um, Now, looking back, we were actually when I was in Victoria. I was talking to my mom about this, and the way we found the dentist was I was riding my bike, one speed bike, many years ago, and I hit a cement. Well, I didn't hit a cement barrier. I was past a 10 speeder while I was on doing one speed, so I was really hauling ass on this bike, and I looked behind me to see how far behind I got to this bicyclist, and the road curved and I didn't. I went head over handlebars, scraped the front of my face in grade 4, cracked my tooth, and it was ugly. Um, I managed to hold it together until one of the people said, "Oh my God, your face looks absolutely horrid." It looked like Freddy Krueger got a hold of me, burnt me a little bit, and then chipped my tooth. Um, I was a bad road rash on that one. And my parents had to find an emergency dentist because the other one that we had was a psycho man. He was really psychotic. So we found this one dentist by the name of Dr. Kuzik, and he was amazing. I always loved going back to him. I hate dentists, but he was one of the guys that I would always love to see. And his son now runs Category 12. The fun of the day when we don't wear bike helmets. Damn rights. You know, back in the day, you didn't have to wear a damn helmet. Your head was hard as rock, and you can make it through. God damn. But yeah, no, it's true. Um, there's a few accidents I had on my bicycle without a helmet, but there's a few that I had with accidents with my bike helmet because it became mandatory, and I'm very grateful it did too, because I would have cracked my skull open on one of my accidents. But yes, so there was that. And I got to hang out with his wife for a bit, and I walked in there and talking with him, and I was on my 24 dry days, and they're like, well, can we get you some samples while you're looking around? I'm like, I can't. I just can't. Oh, you have beer at home, do you? I'm like, no, I'm on my 24 dry days, and I just came by to pick up my beer that you said that you had for me or you're holding for me. Like, oh my God, hi, how are you doing? Didn't remember who I was. But that's okay. We got talking afterwards, and it was a lot of fun. You'll see the beer in my review. It is the Convergence. Uh, Very interesting beer. I also got this beautiful shirt that I'm really too fat for, but it's a double XL. And yeah, it was actually a fun time hanging out with them. It was good seeing them again. I didn't get a chance to really do a lot while I was in Victoria. I did take my girls out to hang out on the beach for a bit. I saw one of my good friend's boats that he's been cruising around on. He's actually on a military boat. I think it's a refueling station as well, or a floating refueling station, which is actually kind of cool. I'll show pictures on my Facebook page for the people who are friends with me of what it is, and it's called the Asterix, and it's out of Quebec, and he's sailing it, and he actually got to bring it into the Victoria Harbor because they're there right now. They were in Hawaii doing some military training out there with the U.S. military, and he's having a good time with that. And it was actually good to see that ship that he's on. Quite a big ship too. It's quite impressive. But yeah, there's a lot of different things that happened in 2019. I really hated the fact that my getting back to my dentist, do believe he passed away this year. I don't know. Everything's become a blur lately. It was a sudden passing. Let me double check something here while I've got you here. But yeah, I think it was this year that he passed away, or that was late last year. Um, and see if it shows up. Uh, I guess they took down his Facebook page. They probably did. Ah, well. Anyways, it was actually kind of sad to hear him pass, but you know what? It's something that happens. He passed away suddenly. From there, basically, I don't know, like there's been 2018 has been a blur. It really has. I just There's been so much that has happened. There's so much that hasn't happened. I didn't get away to get it. I didn't get a chance to get away this year, and the only time I really got away was to Victoria, but that was it, and to Canmore. And the bad thing about Canmore was we had to find an Airbnb because the guy that we had for the Airbnb didn't get back to me, and I couldn't get into the place. Um, and I have to admit, Airbnb is very strict with their rules. I actually had a review that I put up for Airbnb, and it passed two people, and the third one, who's a senior person, removed it because I said that Airbnb helped me out with an issue because the person I was dealing with didn't get back to me. And I put that up as a review, and then the person that was reviewing that I reviewed turned around and said, "Oh, you're not allowed to put up reviews if your thing is canceled." Well, no, that's not the right answer, dumbass. The right answer is the fact that I may not have put up the review, or I did put up the review, but you didn't get back to me. So you're the dumbass, and I was allowed to review you because you didn't get back to me. And it was in part of the Airbnb rules. But I wasn't allowed to answer that. And they took down my review. However, as it stands, I still use Airbnb. I used it for going out to Victoria, and actually, I found a beautiful place. And it was amazing for my kids. Very cheap. Some things I like about Airbnb. So yeah, there's a lot of beers that happened in 2018, and going back and looking at my list, there's way too many, absolutely way too many that I have done for 2018. Uh, it's kind of scary. It really is kind of scary. I look at my list here, and I've got at least 150 reviews, live shows, and everything else like that. Twin Sales came through on a lot of their stuff again. Not that I enjoy pimping them out, but Twin Sales. Uh, and I mean, yeah, I got two people trying the Flying Monkey 17% alcohol beer, Imperial Russian Imperial Stout that I had when I was out in Penticton. I finally got to have some Founders beer, but apparently now Founders is doing a horrible job, so now they're being boycotted too. Um, However, I am going to be doing some reviews with a buddy of mine in uh, over in Michigan. We did say we are going to do these reviews. I've got a couple of Founders beers that we're going to do, and it's going to happen. If you guys don't like it, I'm sorry. It's Founders. I've got the beers, and I'm really going to be putting them up because I don't want to waste beer. We all know how this works. Outcast came out with some great beers as well, as they usually do. Uh, I got to try some amazing collaborations. Some of my videos were absolutely a lot of fun to do. My backcountry review back in February, March, where I was out in a park and I did a review there. That was actually a lot of fun. Um, Doing some other things that really brought up some stuff was it was a lot of great beers out there. Um, Omni Polo. Oh God. Like I said, I'm looking over my list here and there's just way too many to mention. If you ask me what my favorite beer of 2018 was, I couldn't tell you. And I'm sure for the people that are out there, Shibby, Happy New Year to you as well. I'm just talking about you, actually. We are going to be doing that review. Yes, we are. So I do have them here. They're in this bag over in the corner there. So that's the ones that we got going on soon. Not that I have a lot of beers over there. Anyways, don't open my fridge. It was another good year in beer. You're absolutely right, Rod. And yeah, I look at all this stuff. Brewery white chocolate that I got to do with Outcast. Got to share that with him, Patrick from Outcast. All right, my booze cheddar. Are influencers really helping? I'm still very biased about that, but part of me wants to become an influencer. I just, you know what? I do my honest reviews, but at the same point in time, I ain't getting fucking paid for this. I would love to be an influencer for some of the stuff. And if I like your product, I'm going to tell you. If I don't like it, I shouldn't be reviewing it, right? No, that's where I have my issue where between influencers. But we've already been down that path. All right, I got to do Fermentation's home project beers. They got some great beers. But there's so many beers out there that were absolutely amazing. Like I can't even pinpoint any of these. If I was to say anything that stuck out, the triple IPA from Twin Sails, the On 3, that was absolutely phenomenal. Got me drunk at the beer fest. The Flying Monkeys Imperial, as I said before, amazing. God, that the Driftwood Milk Stout was damn good. Like there was a lot of great beers. The Tex-Mex I had, pretty good, but I had it right after I got it. And I should have let it settle for a bit. Pardon me. But yeah, there's like going through, I've got a shit ton of videos that I still need to do. The Brew Brothers, I still have a bunch of the beers still in my thing that I need to do. Just not having the time, it really makes it hard. However, now that I don't have a job, I may actually be able to catch up on this stuff yet again. What was the worst beer of 2018? The worst beer of 2018. Well then, let's look back at that one too. I can tell you right now, Village Brewery, the Hitman, was a basic beer. Not something I really hated, but it was a basic beer. It was, there's, God, the Odd Society ginger beer was good. There wasn't really a lot of bad beers. I wasn't really upset by any of the beers. Like I really can't be upset of any of the beers. Yeah. Phantom Brewing was really good. There was so many different ones that were absolutely phenomenal. Like I can't think of any real bad ones. Ale Architect. I can't go back to theirs because the Django was meh. I don't want to waste any more money on their stuff right now. They've got to come around and they got to do some better stuff. The Beer Nog episode, that was horrible. And I have Josh to thank for that from the Fermentation Project. That one was absolutely horrible. What? No Minhas beers? Rod. No, I've actually banned Minhas from my studio. For the last 2 years, I have not had Minhas in my studio because I have banned them. I refuse to have any of their stuff. And I found out that all their spirits and everything, I'm not even touching. I'm not even going to go near. Yeah, no, Minhas, exactly. Shivy's throwing up on my chat. He's exactly right. It is just, no, we're not doing Minhas will not be touched here ever again. I will still mock the shit out of them though, just because I can. Minhas was a big story this year too, and they were taking other people's beers. But that's another thing for a little bit here. Yeah. Spectrum Brewing. The white chocolate stout from Spectrum Brewing. That one wasn't good. I did not enjoy that one. There was no white, there was no chocolate. It was just a white ale. It wasn't even a stout. There was no stout qualities in it. I just couldn't have that one. That one was just Yeah. One of my favorite episodes to do was the Tap House of Horror. I love doing some little skits every now and then, and I love going back to it. That one was actually my favorite one because my wife actually got involved in that one. She actually helped me get my creative juices going. And hey, look, that actually kind of squirrel. Anyways, she helped me get my creative juices flowing on that one. And actually, the beginning part was really good. She helped me sort of go, well, what about this? What about this one? Oh yeah, I can do this, 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 this. It was a great video to do. It took 2 days to really film it, really go through it, and it took a little bit to actually edit it. But when it came together, an 8-minute piece that took at least 8 hours to get everything done, so worth it. Between editing, filming, doing retakes if I had to, refilming some shots to see if I can get the right lighting or anything else, it was actually a lot of fun. It actually helped me feel. It was just one of those things where you just enjoy, like just throwing that stuff together. One of the things that I love doing for collaborations, and Shibby's online, and I'm just gonna, throw that out there, was our last time that we actually did our playoff reviews. It was the last video after so many years of doing it of our playoff predictions that we're not doing them anymore. I still have one more video that I was going to do, and I still have a beer for it, but I just haven't had time. With all this other stuff here, it just hasn't been, it's been on the back burner. It's still there. I will still try and get it done, but it's going to be a lot of editing, and that's the part that just throws me off is all the editing I have to do. It hurts. So it's one of those ones where I'm like, I've got a lot of editing to do this. Is it really worth it? It is going to be worth it, obviously, but I can throw together 3 reviews in 4 hours after editing, rendering, and everything else like that, versus the one I'm going to be doing this in about 3 to 4 parts, I think. To do this, I might throw that in 2019 just because, well, I probably have some free time on my hands if I don't find a job right away. So there's going to be that one as well. Yeah, just going back, like that was doing those ones is a lot of fun. Like he gets to edit all these. I throw my videos into stuff, and we actually, after 7 years, learned that if you put it into Google Drive, you actually get to save the format that you put it in. Whereas you throw it into YouTube, put it on private, and they download it, it doesn't save the same format, and it actually squishes it down. So the videos were looking much better than they were, and it took me, myself, to realize that putting it into Google Drive actually helped out versus doing it that way. But at least I know for future videos. I mean, that was a lot of fun. And if you haven't seen them, look at the playoff previews, playoff reviews on Shibby's channel there. We've got 7 years of it there. There's a lot. All-nighter editing sessions suck. Yes, they do. But if you have beer, they actually make them go a little bit quicker. Unless you go back the next day going, oh, God, I'm hungover, and what the how did I edit that? You know how it is. Anyways. So, yeah, going out and doing the 3-year anniversary of Blind Man Brewing, that was a lot of fun. Doing that and having Josh, aka Brewers and Games, he drove me up there. I actually was sick, and I feel bad if I got him sick. And actually, he drove me up there, and I had a great time up there. We went to 3 different breweries. We went to Cilantro and Chive up in Lacombe, and it was just awesome. Like, I love Blind Man Brewing. Blind Man Brewing is one of my favorite breweries out there. I do have one of the newest barrel aged I'm going to be reviewing. Just wow. I've also got their 3-year anniversary beer in the fridge that I have to review. I've got way too much in that damn fridge that I have to review. Way too much. But again, I have time on my hands coming up, so that might help out. No one said I was ever a quick learner. Hey, I didn't even know it. You know what? We all learn one way or another, even if it takes 5 to 6 years. Took me a while to learn about doing 2 cameras. So yeah, my unboxing videos were a lot of fun. I finally got to have a Dogfish 120, and I was really happy about that one, even though I called it a American barley wine. I'm waiting for it. Yes, I called it an American barley wine. At 15 to 17%. They can't even tell you what the ABV is on it. It tasted like an American barley wine. I'm sorry, but that's my thoughts on it. I know you guys may not like that, but whatever. Yeah, there was just a lot of live chatters as well that I enjoyed. We almost had the Olympics here, and I'm glad we don't. I'm really glad we don't have the Olympics here, but that almost became a thing, and I would have been quite sad. Doing live game streams with Rod J. We've had a few battles back and forth, and we got to figure out this whole audio thing where we can hear each other on our videos. That one's a little tough to figure out why it's not working that way. My poor liver. My liver got a 24-day break, so it's very happy for me right now. Yeah, it's been a bit on the gaming for sure. I've been doing a little bit more. I went and did my 2018 series, and I was part of Edmonton on Be a Pro, and I'm really starting to hate NHL hockey. I really am. I went and did 2019. I was on Be a Pro, and I was with the Victoria Royals. I got close to the end where I was going into the playoffs, and I got injured. And the Royals got knocked out in the second round, shortly before I was supposed to come back to play. I was a little upset with this because I was looking for the playoffs and doing that. Then last night in 2018, I thought I'd go back and finish off that one to get into the playoffs. And I'm getting there. And I get injured in my other one. So I'm playing for the Oilers, and I get injured right before the playoffs for 76 days. And they get knocked out in the first round from the Calgary Flames. Be a Pro really doesn't like it when you're doing well in the season and they don't think you should win in the playoffs, I think. Yeah, EA is taking me out. But I found a glitch as well. Doing the preseason while you're playing in the preseason, and my thing went blurry. 1 second here. There we go. Doing the preseason while I'm in the preseason, I got injured every single game. Every single game. And they didn't tell me that the doctor was going to come back and talk to me or anything else like that. I get injured, I come back the next game. I get injured that game, come back the next game. Get injured that game, come back the next game. All the preseason, they don't tell you how long you're out for. It's pretty much done where it's like, okay, it's just a simple game. There's no points added to it. That's why I stick to Blades of Steel on the NES. I probably should do that. I really probably should do that. But yeah, EA Sports has really out for me. They don't like me whatsoever, I don't think. But I'm going to try and go back to it. I haven't got injured yet. I'm very aggressive with my player. Like, really aggressive. I hit guys, as you know, you've played against me. I hit guys to knock them out. That's what I do. I've got very, very aggressive tendencies. And with my player, I do that. Did you review an EA game? No, I did not. Not that I'm aware of. I've played a lot of EA games, but I haven't reviewed any. I just played a lot. I don't know. I did go down to EA in Vancouver. I am a violent man when it comes to hockey. I am so violent. Uh, I mean, I get the shots, but my hits are up there, at least 20 per period if I can. I'm looking at my stats on some of my stuff, and if you want someone that likes to hit somebody, this is the player you're going to need. There's me with 380 hits in a season. The next person's got 150. I might be a little violent. Uh, but yeah, it's just I get injured, I get knocked out, whatever else, and it's just I got my hand hurt on one of the ones, and it's like, oh, you have to watch yourself because I hurt my hand in a fight. Like, okay, fine, no problem. Next game, I'm playing against Calgary. Skating around with no stick and hitting people. Yep. I'd be a violent man if I was a Canucks fan too. Yeah, the Devils have been winning against the Canucks today, so we're not going to say anything about that right now. But yeah, the next game was against Calgary, and someone went and body checked me, and I was down and out. I'm like, are you kidding me? My wife's beside me watching, and she's laughing. Being a Flames fan, she was laughing hard at me. And then I was going through the things, scanning all, like going and send me. She goes, "Are you just simming through all this?" I'm like, "Yes, because I'm injured." And she laughed harder. And then when the Flames took out Edmonton, she laughed even harder. It was not a fun time last night. I needed to drink heavily. But yeah, honestly, it's still a fun game. I'll probably come back to it. I still do have to go through my Assassin's Creed. I still have to go through my Red Dead Redemption 2. Those two games are on my list. For the PC, I'm actually going to be streaming a little bit more of Rapture Rejects, and it's a Cyanide and Happiness game. They're coming out a single player game, but they're doing the Rapture's Rejects, and it's like PBUG, whatever it is. Where it's a public game where you go and kill a lot of people online. It's actually a lot of fun. And yeah, thanks for laughing too. That's awesome. It's actually a lot of fun to play. I'll probably stream a little bit more of that, and yeah, that one is a little bit more rated R, but I don't care. So, what are my goals for 2019? Well, obviously to find work again. That's one of my goals for 2019. But at the same point in time, I'm looking to possibly taking some pictures and start selling them online for people. I want to start making income with my passion, my photography. I love taking pictures. It's something I really enjoy doing. And if you've seen my Facebook page, you know I'm a very big avid person. I'll just take pictures of anything I can. I want to try and start selling those. I want to build up my web page of my business a little bit more. Get more contacts, get more clients, and actually help them out. It's not easy to do it because everyone thinks they can do social media, which is fair. A lot of people do know how to do social media, but some people don't have the time. So helping them out for a set cost is something that I really want to do. I also want to do more video work. Getting a new camera in 2018 was actually a lot of fun. This is my new beast right here. It is the Sony A7 III, and I really do enjoy this camera. It's got a lot of features. I've got a lens for it as well, but I'm not going to tell you what the lens is because it is a beast of a lens. But yeah, I want to work on doing more video work as well. I always want to start learning more video stuff, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So let me just get back to the comments here. Rod says I have Red Dead Redemption 2, been doing the online beta, but want to get back into story and have PUBG as well now. Is a little more sluggish to me, which is fine. For pictures, check out the FOAP and Snapwire, as they are apps that people pay for your pictures. That is a good thing. I did not know that. Thank you for that, Rod. I will actually check that out because I've got a few that I do want to I want to throw online and sell. But I also want to do it where I don't want to get a little bit of money where the other people like FOAP or Snapwire get a lot of it for posting the pictures. I want to find something that's where I get more money and they get a little small chunk, or I throw up my own online store and I do it that way. So maybe try selling on Etsy too. I was looking at that and I might do that. I've also got one picture that I want to send to one of the champagne companies out there, because one of the things that I guess was bad was I actually had a client that didn't want to pay me. They didn't like the pictures I did. They didn't really give me a lot of what they wanted, but they didn't want to pay me either at the end of it. So I kind of got screwed on that. Buys and pays 10 and you get 5 on each. So it's a 50-50 split. It's almost like doing basically the stuff on YouTube if you went with a broadcaster. You get a portion, which was 40%, and I was promised 90, and they get 60% or whatever it is. So that I don't know if I could do 50-50. I don't know. But I've got my own website. I can set up my own store for that. I do have a business account where I can actually work on doing that too. I don't think it'll cost me any more money if I do an online store for my business account. I'll have to see though. Yes, I actually run a business legally. Go figure. It's 2008. No, almost 19. So I'll be trying to do that. I also want to have more time where I actually might not be drinking as much. My wife wants me to go on a diet, and she's going to go with me. It's not just a one-way street. She'll be doing it with me, and she wants to see that I don't drink as much, which honestly is fair. I drank my fair share of beers over 2018. I had that thing full, that fridge full for many, many weeks. I've got a big stockpile in my cellar that I really need to get through. I've got a lot of things that I keep recycling back in. I might have still more beers coming in from Victoria when I was there as of today. But anyways, I spent a lot of money on beer. That is so true. I've supported a lot of people, but I've also spent a lot of money on beer, and my liver was not actually liking a lot of the stuff. I never really woke up hungover. A couple of times maybe, but other than that, I'd have a beer or two a night. And that's 365 plus beers in a year. Oh, exactly. It's good moderate intake. 1 to 2 beers a day is okay as long as it's balanced out. And that's the thing, is I'm not balancing out. As you see my belly, I'm not balancing it out by exercise or a healthy diet or anything else like that. So, and Rod's been back working out and changing up the food he's been eating and dropped 30 over the last couple of months. Seriously, dude, congratulations. That is really awesome to hear. I want to actually drop I'm looking at 70 to 80 pounds. Of course, I'm going to be one of those bastards that gets skinny, but it has a big flappy belly thingy because I've got so much fat here. And I can't do a tummy tuck because I hate going under and doing any surgery. So you're going to see me at the pool with this big flappy thing, but that's okay. Yeah, see, I want to get one of those bikes too. I do. Like sitting down, I can sit on a bike and ride for 3 hours while watching a hockey game. That's no problem. Long as I'm drinking water and not beer. Yeah, I went down that path. I actually, when I was working downtown, and cardio can do the best for belly fat, and it's true, it can. Um, I know some people that are on the keto diet, and my wife wants to do that, and I'm very hesitant on that because I love my protein. I absolutely love my protein. I love my red meats, and I love just having that. That's I can't just have leafy greens and shit like that. It's just not me. Um, Aside from that, that's going to be the goals for 2019 for part of it, and the other part is to make sure that I have enough money where I can actually go back and help my dad out. My dad, we found out just an update. I have not updated you on my father. He had a last MRI, and from the looks of things, because of the radiation and chemo, the tumor has shrunk. It's not going away, so it is still terminal. He still will be taken over by this ugly cancer thing, but at the same point in time, it's shrunk. Um, they're dropping him from his steroids, which is making him into even more of a bitter man than he already is. I love my father, but holy crap, if I ever become like him, someone smack me upside the fucking head. Um, it is what it is, Rod. Like it really is, and thank you for your thoughts on that. The man's 71 years old, and when you have that, it's you can do two things: you can give up, or you can fight. Right now he's fighting just to get some extra months out of his life so he can actually finish up the house he's working on, so he can get his wife, my mother, moved into there, and him moved into there just for a bit so they can actually enjoy life for the last little bit. It's also something that's going to become possibly a rental property where they actually get some money and everything else out of it. He's got a lot going on in his world, and as much as I want to be there, I'm here. So I'm trying to be the best I can to be supportive from afar. Being there was not easy with my kids. As I said earlier, the fight that happened it was not a pretty one. It was between my brother and my dad. It upset my oldest daughter, and she was really upset by that. But at the same point in time, this is what the steroids do. They actually really mess with your mind, make you fuzzy, and just fuck with you. In order to make you heal, it fucks with you. Modern medicine, folks, it if you don't have a long list of things that it'll do to kill you to make that small thing heal you, then it's not worth it. Just watch some of those commercials. Oh yes, we have this wonderful thing for diabetes that will help your diabetes, but it may cause liver problems, heart problems, lung problems, life problems, ejaculation problems. I don't fucking know. Everything underneath the sun. So, as should be said, sorry you have to go through something like this, man. My grandpa went due to cancer too. I've seen a lot of people die due to cancer. I've got one of my best friends pass away due to breast cancer. She had stage 4 breast cancer, and she passed away. I guess it's almost a year ago. Um, and that was tough. Like it's tough watching your friends' family go through this kind of shit. Emma, who was one of my good friend's daughters, she passed away due to cancer as well. Cancer fucking sucks. Fuck you, cancer. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. And if YouTube wants to censor me for saying fuck you, cancer, then by all means, censor me. But censor this too. But seriously, honestly and truly, it's something that we as a collective could try and fix, but it's not easy because with all the years that we've put money into curing cancer, you think we'd have some sort of cure by now. Billions of dollars have gone into it. Now, I'm not a bitter man. I still will support cancer treatments and everything else like that. But there's something that has to give. Anyways, folks, I really have to cut it short here. I'm sorry. I've been trying to sort of sum up 2018 in an hour. I got to go pick up my wife. And if I don't pick her up early, I'm a dead man. Uh, cancer won't kill me. My wife will. I've got to get going here, but 2019, we're looking forward to a lot of stuff. So please stand by. I will have more stuff. I will be doing more things, deep thoughts, video games, less drinking, but maybe more food. I have got Tesco products that I want to review, and I've had them for a bit. And the thing is the Tesco products, they're canned. They're interesting. And they may or may not be good. So I'm showing that comment. I'll sum up 2018 in one phase. What the fuck? That's exactly it. What the fuck? By the way, Slovakia should have won the game against US. I'm just saying that right now, Shibby. Right now, they should have won that fucking game. It was still a good game. Anyways, folks, I'm sorry. I do have to cut it off. I will see you in the new year. I will be back. I promise. There will be more of me. My ugly mug will be on YouTube more. Till next time, folks, I am PK. You've been fucking awesome. Thank you for a great 2018. And to the bad part of 2018, what the fuck? Till next time, we'll see you real soon. Cheers, guys.